Greetings everyone. In this video I want to talk about living minimalistically and what it is really about. It's not what the minimalism movement is about at all.
Greetings! This infinite source truth is made possible by the generous contributions and support of viewers like you. Please consider making a contribution now. Thank you.
So I know some of you are thinking this minimalism movement that's going on is what I'm talking about when I'm saying living minimalistically. And what that movement is about is not really what the real reasons are that you as a source player would benefit from living minimalistically. There are several things that are happening whenever you as a source player have clutter, okay? You are creating energy vortexes. You are creating things that have attachments to you that you are powering because you have brought them into your illusionary dream experience. You have created them within your experience. Whether it's a house, a car, any physical item that you touch, hold, and have possession of. These things, because you have brought them and you have created them, okay, you have used Synergy Cell to create them within your experience, whether you're buying that item or whatever, because you have manifested it into your experience. It is yours and yours alone. Now, when you hold something with an open hand, it means you don't care if it's there or not. It is there for your enjoyment, but you are not, you're not holding on to it tightly so that your fingers don't have to be pulled open to release it. When you are holding on to something open-handed, it means that you are not connected to that thing. That thing is, you are neutral on that thing. It could be there or not, and it would not bother you. This is the key to minimalism. Okay? If you are holding things like that with an open hand, that they do not matter to you, if it's something of value and you value it, but you realize it's part of the illusion, it's part of the game, having those things in your life, you are still powering them through your Synergy Cell, especially if you care about those things. Having things in your life that bring you happiness and joy, well, by all means, enjoy them. If it creates a happy, enjoyable day, and then you should really only have things in your life that you derive pleasure from, that you enjoy. What's the point for anything else? This game is most about energy. Energy. You have a certain amount of energy and you can spend it on whatever you choose to expend it on. It's your choice. Some things take more energy from your Synergy Cell than others. And certain things, if you can get to a point where you can keep your Synergy Cell full and you can live off your daily supply, basically, you can use and create manifestations that will come out of your Synergy Cell, but your daily supply will then replace what you spent in manifesting and creating. Now, that's what the minimalism living is about. It's about not draining your Synergy Cell. It means that there is a flow. Everything that you have, you use. It is of value to you. You derive pleasure for it. It is in use in your life. It is being experienced. The name of this game is experience. It's not about things. It's about experiences. Now, things can help you experience, okay? Using them, enjoying them, yes. So from that standpoint, things can be used in that way. When you experience something, it's a feeling or a knowledge, or it's an experience. It's not tangible. It's totally in your mind. It's an experience that you experience. Whether you eat a new type of food or you experience a new location or you travel, These are all experiences. You have nothing tangible to hold on to. It's not continually draining you. You go and you rent that expensive car for a day or for a week, and you experience it. You have value from the thing that you invested in, the experience. Okay? You had the experience, but you don't own the thing. What's really interesting, there is a video called Brewster's Millions that was done quite a while ago. And he, in order to inherit a huge fortune, he was given a certain amount of money that he could either hold on to and save, or he could gamble to get the whole thing, the whole inheritance. And he decided he was going to gamble it. Well, the thing was, is he had this money and he had to spend it on things. He had to get value for the money spent, but he had to end the time period with nothing left to show for his experiences. In other words, he had the money to start with, and if he had any of it left at the end of his time trial to get the whole inheritance, if he had nothing left to show for it, he would win and get the entire inheritance. Well, he succeeded. But one of the rules was that when he spent money, he had to get value for it. So he hired people. He rented things. He rented his clothes. He rented his apartment. He rented cars. He had to have value associated with what he spent his money on, but at the end have nothing tangible to show for it except for the experience. So this game is very much similar. You see, there is no charge to having money in this game. Nothing is taken out of your synergy cell for money. However, money in the bank is stagnant and it does not benefit you, experience-wise. You see, this game is about current and experience. Most people load themselves up with things. Old things, new things, all kinds of things. And they fill up their houses and their vehicles. And they own so much stuff that they're all concerned about that stuff and something happening to that stuff, or not having. There needs to be a flow of experience in your life, a flow. It means that your money should not be sitting in a bank account all stashed away where you won't use it until you retire, because you may not have enough money at that point in time, or you're concerned, or you're worried about your future. That's not what it's about. It's about experiencing your best life yet. Now, does that mean that some things are beneficial to you to have? Things are beneficial to you to have if you enjoy them on a daily basis. If they are of benefit to you. Some things will cost you from your synergy cell on a daily basis to power those manifestations in your life. And you have to make the decision of whether something is beneficial to you or not. This is just the guidelines. You don't have to do anything. You can keep living life exactly the way you've always lived it. All things are permissible, but not all things are beneficial for a source player. You have a certain amount of energy in your synergy cell, and you can say that you have a certain amount that you can play with in order to be able to leave this game as a victor in this game and receive the benefits or the rewards at the end of this game. And the reward is very significant, or you would never have entered this game to start with. It's an exciting game. And you have to have a mindset change. You have to have a change of mind of what this game is about to be able to really experience life. And I told you in another video that this game was winnable if the entire game board would have been lit up. All areas would have been traversed and seen by a source player. But you see, that's experience. That's experience. If source players would have went out and experienced new areas and new things, then there was a chance that the entire board would have been lit up. But how many source players have not unlocked their scripts and have stayed in the same areas that they have always lived in, near where they were born, near their family and friends, and they would never be able to separate from those people or the program there, because they're so worried about what everybody else is going to think about them, or they need that security blanket, that security net, that if something happened, they needed family and friends near to rescue them or whatever. Well, that's not taking ownership of your own life at all. It's not. But back to living minimalistically. You can travel, you can experience, there are so many possibilities open to you. You just need a creative mind. To think that you have to go and punch a time clock to go and work for someone else is really limiting your experiences. But you see, you're not going to escape that without unlocking your script first to be able to experience your best life yet, and then to be able to release things that you're holding on to so tightly. Resistance is giving assistance. And your fears, what are you fearful of? Why? So many are afraid of success, afraid of actually having their magnificent dreams come true, because they have low self-esteem and they don't recognize who they really are. They don't know who they are, that they are creating their own life experiences by their thoughts, by their minds. So what the minimalistic living really is all about is not being owned by things, but you having more control over your experience and about your synergy cell and what you are powering and what you are wasting energy on having in your experience that you really don't need to be there. That's just a slow drip, 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 and it really doesn't benefit you, but you don't know that. It is very freeing to get out of that mindset. Raise your frequency. Connect with your source self and experience your best life yet. Stay in your now day. That's where your empowerment is, in your now day. If you have benefited from the videos that I share, then it benefits you to do an energy exchange, to say thank you for the energy that I have put out there on your behalf and the work that I have done. It is a frequency unlock within you that you can accomplish no other way. It is an energy exchange via PayPal or Patreon. You get out of these videos what you put into them. Abundance, health, and prosperity to you.